podcast is going to cover so many subjects: health and fitness, mental health, mindset, being a mum, business. Everything will be covered on this podcast. So join me bi-weekly for an amazing journey through life. Lovely to see you again after our little holiday.
I know, yeah, I miss it so much. Now it's freezing outside.
I know, I can't stand it. It's horrible, isn't it? I'm thinking about catching another flight, but you know.
I know, we're waiting until June now, but it's one of them.
Yeah. So it's lovely to see you again. And lovely to see you looking amazing.
Thank you. So do you.
Thank you. I know we first met 11 years ago.
I know, it's crazy.
I know, it's like time just flies, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And, you know, you were one of the first people that joined my diet plan all them years ago. You did absolutely amazing.
Yeah. I remember just coming and picking up my little A4 piece of paper in my plastic wallet. That's like how you used to do it, didn't you?
I know, yeah.
It's come so far, it's unreal.
I know, I can't believe I started with like A4 sheets of paper.
Just a little printer in your living room, like,
I know.
And look at you now.
I know. We're moving away from even the books now. I've got book from the paper to the books, and now obviously I've got the app, and the app's, you know, the main place where members are joining now.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So how's it all going then?
Oh, so good. I had a little bit of a break I had a really bad period in my life, a divorce, and it really got hold of me emotionally with depression, anxiety.
Yeah.
I've had to battle that for a couple of years. And last year decided it's time to refocus on myself. It's time to refocus on the business. I can't focus on my business unless I refocus on myself. So last year I took time to really focus on my mindset, which was the first and foremost thing that I did. Once I sort of built on my mindset, started to be more positive, started to journal, started to look at my triggers, my patterns, and things that were making me fall off track from the plan that I was doing. And I soon realised I found a pattern. I were able to change that pattern, and I were able to restart my journey again.
Yeah.
I then introduced exercise again, which was the game changer for me.
You
mentally.
Look absolutely amazing. Like, it's best I've ever seen you look, and you have looked good over the years, but you do look amazing at the minute.
Thank you. I feel like it's because the transformation started from the inside.
Yeah.
So it's obviously showing on the outside. So because I was able to change my mindset and my thought pattern, eating healthy and exercising became naturally. It's became part of my lifestyle rather than I want to be a certain weight by a certain time.
Yeah.
I didn't even have that in line. I just wanted to be healthy, get back on track, and be happy.
But you're right in what you're saying. If you're not healthy in your mind, then how can you start working on being healthy in your body?
Definitely. And I think that's what I've been trying to sort of ingrain in people who are joining the diet plan at the moment. They'll come to me and they'll say, I want to lose this amount of weight and I want to be this, you know, look this kind of way. So I then unpick first what's going on in the background with regards to the mindset.
Yeah.
So that's the first thing that I discuss with any member that joins now. And we'll unpick and we'll try and work through any things that they need to resolve. Either, you know, it might be just simple things like the people that they follow on social media, you know.
Yeah, it can be a trigger, definitely.
Completely, you know, relationships, past trauma, all these things contribute to the decisions that you make in your life.
Yeah.
So my focus for my members initially is that. And then once I feel like you know they're ready to sort of work on that, we can do the choose a plan for them to work alongside that.
Which one will work best for them? Yeah.
Yeah, but we can do the healing and the mindset and the positivity alongside doing a diet plan. But they need to know that this needs to be done as well as not just I'm going to go in and I'm going to do this diet plan.
I know from myself, if I've got anything else going on outside of being healthy or eating well, anything happening at home or any stresses at work and things like that, it completely throws you off track. That's obviously my trigger. So I have to make sure that everything in my mind is clear, like the house is tidy, I'm organised, and then I can full go with the calorie counting or whatever I'm doing at the time. But unless my mind is clear from other things, I can't focus at all.
Yeah, and people don't understand that. So people will think, oh, I've gone off track with my diet this week, I'm a failure. And, you know, they get that negative self-talk into them and tell themselves that they can't do it, it's the plan's fault. What they don't realise is most of it is circumstantial. Most of it is from the mindset and the decisions that they're making leading up to wanting to do a diet plan.
Some people emotionally eat when they're unhappy. I think I was somebody who emotionally ate when I was happy. So when you're happy or you've had a great Friday at work, the first thing you want to do is like, let's go out for tea tonight.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of them, and that's where I really struggled. So I ate less when I was unhappy, but people are different.
Yeah, I'm the unhappy binge eater.
Yeah.
So if I feel a kind of way, I used to eat my emotions. So I used to binge eat so bad. And then you get the cycle of binge eat, feel crap about yourself, binge eat again because you binge it and you're into that
And it's just
cycle. And then what everyone does is they go into the binge restrict cycle. So then they've binged. So then they want to, they want to counterbalance that binge. So they restrict themselves so much that they want to binge again.
Yeah.
So it's about finding that balance, and it's about finding the right plan for you that you can sustain. That's the key. So a lot of people
to not see it as a diet.
Yes.
As
And a lot
lifestyle.
of people want the quick fix.
Yeah.
I spoke about this on my social media. So you want a quick fix, you want to be a certain weight by a
Everyone
certain
wants
time.
a quick fix in any any topic. Everyone wants a quick fix and everything in life,
I guess.
Yeah.
So the thing is with that is, you can get the results, and you will get the results, but it's not sustainable.
And it's not going to happen overnight.
So the quick fix, you will get the results on a quick fix. Everybody knows that, but everybody also knows that the quick fix is not sustainable. You revert back to the same thing, whether it be in your life or diet, and you're back to square one, probably with even more weight on or more stress on because you've gone down the quick route. So it's finding something. This applies to life, not just weight loss. It's you need to have a sustainable diet, a sustainable life, and something
you've got to enjoy it as well,
completely.
and you've got to know that you are able to do it, and it's not something everyone can go into the egg diet tomorrow and eat 12 eggs a day for like a week, and then after that you'll be purely miserable and you'll be back to binge eating again.
Yeah.
So you've got to find one that's sustainable over a long period of time.
Definitely, it's a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I've been in this industry for 13 years this year, and what I tended to do throughout the 13 years, if I found I was falling off track and getting bored of a diet, I created another one.
Yeah.
So I tweaked it and mixed it up a bit. So that's what I did for all those years to maintain that weight. However, I did fall into the trap of the emotional depression, anxiety eating, and I got so low that my comfort was food. So everything I'd done for all those years, I basically just went out the window. I knew what I was doing, and because I'm in this industry and I'm helping people lose weight, and I didn't feel good enough.
Then you
I
must
didn't
feel pressure
worthy.
as well.
And that affected my mental life even more because I was like, I'm helping these people, and I'm not able to help myself at the moment.
If I'm being an advocate to these people, then I need to also be what I'm promoting as well. So when you're not in that headspace, that must be really difficult.
Yeah, I completely spiraled, and that was another trigger for me, like, because I felt like I can help these people and people are looking up to me, and I can't help them anymore. So that's why I decided to take a little step back from the business.
Yeah.
It was still sort of running in the backgrounds, but there were no real posts from me. It were more, odd posts, probably more depressing posts, not uninspiring posts. I got down that route, which were like, wow, what am I doing? People follow me for inspiration. I'm posting this negative stuff, and
memes and things like that.
And then again, affected my mental health. So I took a little bit of a step back. I stopped worrying about it. I thought I'm going to get myself back, and that's why I did a little bit of, I suppose, a bit selfish, I suppose, but now I've took that selfish period, focused on myself, and now my cup is full, and I'm able to help everybody again. And another thing that I do with anything what happens in my life negative, I will spin it back round. I always do. I will then use that negative experience to help others.
Yeah.
So now I'm at an era in my life and not just my life, my plan, my business, where I'm going to use that negative experience and I'm going to help other people.
Well, you've been through a lot of different experiences, so the likelihood is somebody who's struggling, you've probably been through something similar, so you can help them.
That's it. And I'm very real, and I'm so honest with my members. Even though I was going through a really crap time at that time, I posted about it. I told them.
Yeah.
And some people were saying you shouldn't really do that because then that's knocking other people off track who are trying to be inspired. But I'm real. I'm raw.
Yeah.
I always have been, and I'll never change that. I'll never change that about myself. And the good, the bad, the ugly, that's with me because everybody goes through stages and no one's life's perfect. Everybody goes through good times and bad times. And I don't want no one to put me on a pedestal and think I'm always going through these good times because I'm not. And I have struggled in the past.
Yeah, but you have shared it.
But I have shared it. So I'm not hiding behind, this perfect persona. Like I'm real. I'll tell you if something's gone wrong in my life. I'll tell you if I've gained weight because I haven't been able to stay off track. And what that's done for me this last 9 months, taking time out.
It's held you accountable.
Yeah, and I've been able to educate myself even further than what I have over the 12 years. I've been able to research and find resources to help myself, which then I can then help other people with.
Yeah, exactly. What about your sobriety? Are you still sober now?
Yep, I'm 300. Don't quote me on this, but I think I'm about 335 days.
That is really amazing. Like, I can be witness. I was on holiday with you, and you did not have a single drink, or was you bothered either?
I know.
You was having just as good time as everybody else.
Everyone always says to me, "Joe, when I go out and I'm all like dancing and I'm good vibe," they'll message mates, and mates are going, "She's definitely had a drink." She's
Is
like,
she really
we're
not
all
drinking?
night. I don't need a drink for fun. Like, I haven't
You shouldn't
missed
need
it at
to.
all.
Like that.
No.
You shouldn't need to have a drink to. If you can't go out and have a laugh without a drink, then
Yeah, and
probably
for
no
me, for me going sober, so drinking for me never became fun. Now, people drink all the time. They have an amazing time. They're happy with it. That's cool.
Yeah,
You stick
if it's
to
not
your drinking. If
affecting
it's not
you-
affecting your life and you're not using it as a comfort blanket and to escape your real life, I think, I'm jealous of you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
If you can have that
if
control
you can
over
have
it.
that control over it. The people that like myself, who I try to help and inspire, are the people who are using it to block out any issues that are going on in their life, who are using it and turning into a different person and making bad decisions because of past trauma or things they're going through that they've never dealt with. And when you drink, it seems to bring that monster out in you type thing. So for me, going sober was something that I needed to do to deal with everything.
To clear your own head and start
what
again.
I'd suppressed.
Yeah.
So I was using alcohol. Like, if I felt a kind of way, I'd have a drink and it'd go away temporarily, not knowing that the problem was still there at morning and I'd actually feel like crap on top of it.
Yeah.
So I'd have to deal with even worse, the emotional side of it. But when you're in that moment and you're in that toxic cycle of, feeling a kind of way, having a drink, feeling stressed, having a drink, you don't see it. So only when you take a step back, like I did, which was supposed to be temporary for 3 months.
then you've kept it going all this time.
Then you realise, like, just how bad it was. And then as I sort of, the months went on and I thought I was going out and I were getting this newfound confidence. I was consistently going to the gym. I was consistently eating right. I was there. I was a better mum because on a weekend, my kids go to the dads every weekend. So the only thing that most of my mates do is go out. So I were out every weekend. So Sunday come, I'd been out all weekend. I felt awful on a Sunday, absolutely riddled with anxiety, thinking, oh my God, what have I done this weekend? And normally being sick. So kids have come back from the dads and I'm a mess.
Yeah. I always think as well, I don't have a problem with alcohol and I don't ever pick up a drink if I'm stressed. I do it for enjoyment when we're going out.
Yeah.
But I always then feel the mum guilt on the day after because I think I've spent all day Saturday out drinking, then all day Sunday I'm dead to the world then. And the anxiety is wild. So I know exactly how good it must feel to not do that.
And that's all right if you're an occasional drinker.
Yeah.
But mine were like every weekend.
Yeah.
So like every Sunday kids would come back and I weren't doing out with them and stuff like that. And that's my day off, what's not a school day, to do something. So, and then not only did I feel rubbish on a Sunday, I won't start feeling normal from my weekend because I'm getting older till midweek. So then Wednesday I'd start feeling all right, back in gym, back to work type thing because I wouldn't even speak to anybody because I was that anxious.
Yeah.
And then it's Friday again.
Like major beer fear all
And then it's
weekend.
Friday again, and then you're back on that cycle. And I needed to break that cycle, so it were a temporary thing. But the benefits from it have far outweighed me having a drink. Now
You can tell just looking at you that it's definitely
everything, my
benefits
skin,
your skin, everything.
Like I feel like I've looked younger.
You don't seem like anxious in any way. You just
my confidence. My confidence is like through the roof. Like I absolutely love myself, and I'm not saying I love myself and think I'm absolutely stunning someone. I mean, I love myself. I love the person I am.
Who I am now.
I love the person who I am to my friends. I love the mum I am. I love the businesswoman I am. I love the person I am to my members. Do you know what I mean? I'm showing up for them every day because I've showed up for myself with regards to the things I've changed and things I've done. So
that's what it's all about. As long as you feel better in yourself, you can then help other people, as you say.
And I feel like everyone's saying to me, oh, will you ever drink again? This is the big question I get. I don't miss it, and I'm not planning on drinking again. But after I've done my year, I have told myself, if I ever fancy a drink, I may have a drink.
But fancy it for reasons such as actually fancy the taste of it.
So we're going for like, I don't know, we're going for a brunch, a bottomless brunch, I might have a couple. My relationship towards alcohol has totally changed.
As long as you're not picking it up
I'm
when
very
you feel any
self-aware,
stress.
yes. Like I would never do that because I know it doesn't do that. That's what I'm saying. I'm self-aware of my triggers. I'm self-aware of everything. Now, I'm not saying I'm going to have a drink at all because I don't miss it, but I don't want to. What I've decided is I don't want to put myself on a pedestal and say I'm never going to drink again.
Because once you put that out there,
it puts pressure on you.
Yeah, it
unnecessary
does.
pressure.
You don't need that.
I put myself out there, say we're doing a year.
Yeah.
I'll smash my year and then I'll just see how I feel. I'll never ever go drinking again like I did. Like I wouldn't drink if I were going out with girls out because I don't miss it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know even why I'm even saying it because I don't miss it. I think I'm just saying it to sort of say, well, if I did want to drink, then I can instead of people judging me.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
100%.
So I just can't see me drinking again, to be honest. But if I want to, I will.
So obviously we spoke about health and fitness, health and well-being, sobriety journey that you've been on. It's 2024 now, and I know you've got podcast goals. You're wanting to start a podcast with 7 studios. So tell me what that's going to be a bit about.
So obviously I've got quite a big following on social media and I cover all sorts of things on there with little snippets of videos.
Yeah.
But with a podcast, I really want to sort of get a deeper connection with an audience and cover a wide range of things. I have been through so much, like literally over the years, and I know so many people have. So I want to sort of cover different aspects of people's lives, journeys. So I want to concentrate on mindset. I want to concentrate on mental health. So I want to cover anxiety and depression and get people on the podcast who can help and inspire other people who are struggling with those things like I have. And obviously I have, so I can help people from my own experiences as well. I also I'm a mum of 4, so I run a business, I've been an entrepreneur. I want to inspire and help other mums out there and even non-mums, anybody thinking about starting a business, anybody wanting to know, how you balance work life. Not very well, I will admit. I'm learning, but help and let people know it's okay to struggle to balance mum life and business life. So I want to cover that in the podcast. I want to cover, obviously, a little bit on sobriety. I'm a born-again Christian, so I might touch on a bit of Christianity and how it's helped me develop as a person and some of the things I've taken from that.
So it sounds like a very positive podcast, what you're looking to do.
Positive. I want
to inspire people.
Help. I want to help people. I want to educate people. I want to inspire people. So, and I want to make sure that it can help people from different walks of life, people from different stages in their life. I've even obviously lost a child. I may do a podcast on that, for people who have lost children and the after effects. And I mean, it were 18 years ago now. So it's something I would feel comfortable talking about. So there's so many things that have gone in my life that I think that
other people are also experiencing.
And hearing about it and, getting a little bit of guidance, help, motivation and learning that things are okay to happen like that in your life and you
That's
can
the thing
move
with
on
podcasts.
from it.
I tend to look for the ones that ring a bit more true with what I'm going through at the time or things that I'm interested in. So if, like you say, losing a baby, obviously that's a massive topic and that's so upsetting for a lot of people, but they might actually find comfort in listening to somebody else who's been through them times. Yeah,
definitely. And that's what I want to do. I want to make sure that it's, relatable, real and raw, and people can get some comfort, help and understanding from things that happen in life.
People love honesty. So anything honest in a podcast, whether it's about health and fitness, well-being, sobriety, all the massive topics that you've got there, people love to see a real person.
And that's what I'm hoping to bring to podcast community.
Well, I know you personally anyway, and you are definitely a real person. You are organic, so I'm sure the podcast is going to be something to watch out for, definitely.
And I'm super excited to start recording.
Can't wait to have you here.